Hello, everyone, and welcome into RedHawk Football Weekly. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the RedHawks. The happy story from Ypsilanti this past Saturday, Miami with a 38-14 victory over the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. Now 1-1 in conference play are the Miami RedHawks, and they will host the Ohio University Bobcats this weekend. It's family weekend and the Battle of the Bricks coming up this weekend with the Bobcats, who come in at 2-0 in conference play. That game will be at 3:30. Head coach Chuck Martin joins us. And Coach, really a fun game to call for me on Saturday. Offense, defense, special teams. Really, for one of the first times this season, there was one special team mistake, but other than that, all three teams really contributed to a quality win.
Yeah, it's a really good team effort. Played the game the way we wanted to play. Just played really solid in all three phases. Obviously, Dom continues to kick very well. Bev punted tremendously Saturday. And then Kellen hits 5 of 7 kickoffs out of the end zone. So again, the specialties are playing really well, which makes you feel good heading down the second half of the season. Obviously, offensively, we ran the ball for close to 200. We threw the ball for 200. We were really efficient. We only, we threw for 200 some yards on 13 attempts. So 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. We did not turn the ball on offense. We did have the one special teams turnover, which you alluded to. But we played a clean game on offense, and we did, when we had to throw, we threw it. When we had to run, we run it defensively, like you talked to after the game. Like after that first drive, drove down and scored, we home 7 points the rest of the game, where you're going to win a lot of games that way. And then, as we talked about, a couple of huge stops in that first half. After Cade's punt return, a 3rd and a half, a 4th and a half. We cause a fumble. Sally makes a play. Condry makes a play on the quarterback sneak. And we flip the field, and then we score. Then right back, Salopek gets a pick, and we score again. So it was like a 7-7, pretty even game on the road. 2 good teams. And then next you're up 21-7, and that's the breathing room we needed. So huge plays by our defense. Kind of the turning point in the game was that late first quarter, early second quarter plays that our defense made in key situations. And then offense stepping up in the second half when they cut it to 21-14 and had some life. Got some momentum at home. We immediately 5-6 plays later were in the end zone, and any life that they had, we kind of took away with their offense. So really timely, like we talked last week about how we like to play, step up when needed, be solid everywhere the whole game, and then finish it out in the fourth quarter. So great team win. A lot of guys contributed. A lot of guys did not play. We had a lot of backups out there, not on offense and defense, but also particularly on special teams. And a lot of guys are stepping in, helping fill in those roles.
It was to that. Eli Blakey gets his first, he's starting for the first time this year. 18 tackles. Corbin Hondrew, usually in a backup role, 16 tackles. You mentioned Sally doing what Sally does. He forced a fumble, had an interception as well. Defensively, after that first drive, where Eastern took it down the field and kind of seized the momentum after a big play to start the game, the defense just seemed in control for the most part in this football game against a team that had run the ball very well. You took away Orrin Singleton, who is he's small in stature, but their leading receiver, and you took him completely out of the game.
Yeah, had a good game plan. Coach Breek and his staff did a really good job. We gave up some other things. Whenever you're going to try to take away a key, you got to give up something. We gave up some things that hurt us at time, but didn't hurt us the way that Singleton could hurt us. And again, kept the points on. He's their point producer. We didn't allow him to be a point producer. And much like they were trying to do to Cade, they were doubling Cade a lot. They were trying to take him out. We weren't necessarily doubling Singleton, but we were doing coverage stuff to make sure we knew where he was at and make sure that we had enough bodies over there that he wasn't running one-on-one. So really good design of the game plan by Coach Breeken and his staff, and then really good execution. And then like we talked earlier, just our back end was way more active. You could see the confidence starting to come. We're not there yet. We haven't arrived, but big step from even the Toledo week where we still were just got to pull the trigger and go be aggressive to go make plays. We know what to do. Go do it. Be mentally disciplined. Have your eyes right. Read your keys and go where your keys tell you. So way more active. We caused way more issues for their quarterback being around where his eyes were taking us. And just again, it was a nice step in the right direction. We just got to keep building off that.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights. And it started right from the opening play. RedHawks take the opening kickoff at the 25-yard line. And a big play here to Reggie Virgil, Coach.
Yeah, really good off job. Good job on the play action. Really good job projection. Keon Mosey picks up a looping end, which gives us time. No one will know that, but it's a huge block by Mo. And then great job by Reggie beating this guy and taking it in the end zone.
You'll see this a couple of times here. you talked about in your press conference, you thought this would go for a chunk play, but obviously it goes to the house for Reggie Virgil.
Yeah, no, we had play action post over. Everybody in the world runs play action post over. Good job protecting. We thought they'd take away the post. They ended up taking away the over, and great job by Brett reading and not just doing what we think they're going to do. You got to read the play out. Well, I thought the high hole guy wasn't back there, so we took advantage and got a huge chunk play right off the bat.
Eastern scores on their first drive to make it 7-7 in the second quarter now. If you take a look, one more look at this pass to Reggie Virgil, the Miami defense, as we talked about, came up big after the 7-7 tie, and this is in the second quarter that the defense comes up, first of two big plays.
Yeah, huge plays. Fourth and less than a yard. Sally gets out there. Good help by Eli Blakey setting the edge. Sally causes a fumble. Cy gets on it. And again, they're in position if they get the first down to get points and take a lead in the second quarter. And again, to me, this is the turning point in the game. We had a great stop on third down before with Corbin Hondrew stuffing out a quarterback sneak on third down. So back-to-back tremendous plays by our defense. Sally puts his helmet on the ball comes out. I thought we were going to scoop and score there for a minute, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. Miami will have the ball first and 10 at the Miami 41, and this is Reggie Virgil again for 19.
Again, good read by Brett. Got the ball in the seam to Reggie. Reggie makes a nice catch, and we're going to now try to take advantage of the big, not turnover, but basically a turnover by our defense.
And this is a route that worked in a lot of ways for you. Here on first and 10, it is Javon Tracy that is going to be in the same.
First we got the third down game.
Third down game.
Huge play here on third and 2. Got a good push. Mo fought. Huge. Keep the chains moving. You got to, probably going to go for it, although the way Dom's been kicking, you like to take the points, but we get a huge first down. Then again, Javon Tracy again in the seam. Good read by Brett. Good throw in a tight window. Good job by Javon getting the ball forward, and now we're inside the 10-yard line.
And 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 5 as you see the seam route once again to Javon Tracy. And Connor Briggs will get his first touchdown in a Miami uniform.
Yeah, good job again. Nice play action pass. Good job by Brett throwing over the DN. Good job by Briggs selling the run. And huge job to getting that third and fourth down stop and then going to get 7. That's, like I said, biggest moments in the game is right here. And defense set it up with a huge stop, and offense took advantage of it.
Late in the half, again, Miami, a big turnover. Matt Salopek this time reading the quarterback's eyes and coming up with the interception.
Yep, huge play again. Fourth down caused fumble. Now he gets the interception. Again, 14-7. They're trying to drive down to get points. Again, you see Eli's in great shape behind him. We're just really, really on our business, really being aggressive where our keys are taking us to football, and that's how you play great defense. 3rd
and 1 here, and again, converting on third down is a big thing as Jordan Brunson will rush for 6 yards to the Eastern 19. Check that, that's Keon Mosey for the middle for 9 yards. And then on 3rd and 1, it'll be Jordan Brunson for 6 yards here on 3rd and 1, and again converting on third down.
Yep, no doubt. Good push up front. Obviously, great run by Mo setting up the 3rd and 1, and then Brunson getting a good push up front and then finishing off and getting us a huge first down, which, again, you forget about those until you don't have them. Then these things happen afterwards. We hit Reggie in the seam. Gets knocked around a little bit, unfortunately. He had to go out of the game, but he's going to be fine. He's doing really well. So for everybody that is watching that's concerned about Reggie, which is everybody that's watching is concerned about Reggie, I know
absolutely.
that. So he did take a good hit, held on to the football, took a couple hits, and then his helmet came off. So great job. Sally gets the pick. Again, just like after the fourth down stop. What do you do with it?
Yeah.
Do you settle for a field goal? Do you not get any points? Do you not take advantage? We've had those situations this year where we had opportunities before the half to get points. We came away with no points. So great job by the defense, obviously being the catalyst, setting it up. But then great job of the offense, taking advantage of that field position. That's what good teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. Miami, Eastern Michigan misses a 37-yard field goal at the end of the half. RedHawks will go to the locker room with that 2-touchdown advantage. We'll come back and talk about the second half in just a moment. Stay with us.
Yeah. Done with that pizza box, Krusty? Clean side gets recycled, greasy side gets trashed.
Make your recycling count. Rupke.
Located in the heart of Butler County and only 13 miles from Miami University, the Courtyard by Marriott in Hamilton is the ideal location when traveling to the Miami campus. With modern style and spacious guest rooms, journey to relaxation at the Courtyard Marriott, a proud partner of Miami Athletics.
And welcome back to RedHawk Football Weekly, talking about Miami's 38-14 victory over Eastern Michigan in Ypsilanti at the Factory on Saturday. Again, Miami will be at home to take on the Ohio University Bobcats, first of two in a row at home for the RedHawks here at Yeager Stadium. It'll be family weekend and 3:30 kick. Encourage you to get your tickets, bring the family out. It's supposed to be a beautiful Saturday, and you can come out and see some great football in the Battle of the Bricks this Saturday against Ohio. Miami has a 2-touchdown lead at the half, and Eastern Michigan's got the ball to start the second half, drives down into the red zone, and again, the D comes up big and stops them there. So they'll score on their next possession, but again, that's the third time your defense has made big plays, not necessarily in the red zone, but this one does come at the red zone.
Yeah, no, it's a huge stop. Obviously, we're 21-7. They go on a nice drive. We get a huge stop. Again, because they get the ball right back and drive down, score, make it 21-14. It could be 21-21 at that point if we don't get the stop. So every stop's important. Really good job defense just playing through. They're kind of an up-tempo team, not like the old Kent State up-tempo, but they get on the ball. So we know they get in a drive at some. They're really good on offense. Are we just going to keep playing? And we played through it all. We had stops all over the field. Eastern did move the ball some at times, which, again, a potent offense to do. How we reacted to their movement was really key to the success of our defense. We stayed even keel. We just kept playing. And they drove all the way down the field, but we got the stop. And, again, we didn't panic. We didn't start doing our own thing. We just kept playing our defense, and we play our defense. We had a chance to be good.
It was interesting because they ran 83 plays. I had to go back and look at it and say, really? But this is an offense in Eastern Michigan that they don't go long a whole lot. I mean, they're not looking for a huge chunk play. They are one that just gets 4, 5, 6 yards and right back to the line of scrimmage and make you work in a quick fashion to try and pick up those yardage. And as you said, your defense was there all day long.
Yeah, and again, couple situations caused it. We start the game 1-play touchdown.
Yeah.
So, that was a possession. It was a one-play possession. Then the fumble on our punt. When we fumble the punt, they have back-to-back possessions. Right. So there was a couple. They almost had 2 extra possessions. Yeah. Now, one of them, we had a 7 points. We'll take a 1-play touchdown anytime we get it. But those were caused that they had the ball a lot, and our defense really held up, especially being with a number of guys not playing and playing that many snaps, that they held up very well.
Yeah, let's take a look at those second half highlights. As we mentioned, Miami's defense comes up big to start that second half on that drive by Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, again, another 4th down play. These plays decide the games, and they try to give it up the middle, and we stuff them, and we're off the field, and it's probably 4th and only 1.5 there, and they've got a big back, but we do a great job at the point of attack. And Malcolm McCain, who, again, much like we'll talk about Cole Weaver, like Malcolm might have been his only snap he played all game on defense. And we had a guy go down. He came in. Then here's Cam Perry, who's stepping in for Reggie Virgil. The very next series, huge play for Cam. And then we get a late hit out of bounds. So we get a 30-yard gain. Cam does a good job catching football, makes a guy miss in short space. And then gasses it, gets up the sidelines. They shove him out of bounds, and we end up getting a 45-yard play. 2nd
and 10 at the 24, and Cole Weaver, his first play in a RedHawk uniform. How about this catch, Coach?
Yeah, great catch, great throw. Came in for Reggie, had one package we were going to put Cole in for Reggie, and wanted a big, longer guy, and Cole had a great week of practice, and first play in there, catch the touchdown. And again, ready, just like we're talking about the 4th and 2 play, Malcolm McCain, who I probably haven't talked about enough, just as I feel bad now. Malcolm comes in just like Cole did and makes a huge play.
A couple of possessions later, the offense gets to work from their 20, and Keon Mosey really starts to find some holes. That one for 17.
Yeah, you got 9 minutes left and you're up 2 scores. You got to get some first downs. You got to start using some clock. You got to take the pressure off your defense, and our offense did that tremendously. Here's the first of the 2 huge runs back to back. Here again, great job up front blocking. And then Mo does the rest, and great job. You see Andre Johnson downfield blocking. You see Javon Tracy hustling to get involved. So right away, you're up 2 scores. You're in pretty good shape. If you can use some clock and get some more points, the game is going to be over. And that's exactly what our offense did. And get the ball down inside their 30-yard line here.
Jordan Brunson again on a 3rd down and 10. try to pick it up on the ground, and Jordan does his best. He gets 6 yards, but that's a key 6 yards when you look at the kick that Dom Jobin has here from 44. A breezy day, windy day up in Ypsilanti, and he gets just enough to get this over the uprights from 44 and really seals the game at that point at 31-14. And Dom having a great year. And then late in the fourth quarter, trying to run out the clock here, and just a huge hole opens up for Jordan Brunson, and he gets a house call.
Yeah, would have preferred to be taking a knee, but they were using their timeout, so we have to keep running plays, and works out great for us because Brunson, who's had a key third down run and then a key setting up the field goal run, and then gets this opportunity, busts a big one. So awesome job up front by linemen and tight ends, doing great work, and then Brunson finding the seam and then gassing it home. So great way to end the game.
38-14, the final. Miami gets a big road win at the Factory, and the RedHawks now 2-4, 1-1 in conference play. Will take on a Bobcat team that is 4-2. They are 2-0 in conference play after they got a road win at Central Michigan over the weekend. We'll come back and talk about the Bobcats in just one moment. Stay with us here on RedHawk Football Weekly.
Hey RedHawk fans, Miami is proud to partner with Rumpke Waste and Recycling to keep our campus clean and green. Make sure you recycle your bottles and cans at all Miami games. And make sure you are recycling everything you can at home. Visit rumpke.com.
And welcome back to RedHawk Football Weekly. Steve Baker here, the voice of the RedHawks. Miami hosting the Ohio Bobcats. It's the Battle of the Bricks this Saturday at Yager Stadium. A 3:30 kick on the air at 2:30 with Terry Bridge on the Miami Sports Network, driven by Performance Honda and Performance Toyota. I hope you'll tune in. But more importantly, I hope you'll get your tickets and join us this Saturday at Yager Stadium for what will be a fantastic football game. The Bobcats, as I mentioned, coming in 2-0 in conference play. Coach, we've seen a lot of mobile quarterbacks this season. Just seemingly every game we've played has a dual threat quarterback. When you look at the Bobcats, their quarterback is the definition of a mobile two option quarterback here.
Yeah, tremendously talented kid. Obviously throws it very well, is running for 300 yards or something. Yeah. So it's a lot of times guys that can run around, they got 50 yards rushing, like he had a 50-some yard touchdown. So he's a threat to run with their zone read stuff. He's a threat to run with some Q design runs, but he's really scary in his scramble situations. He scrambles and makes huge plays with his arm and his leg in scramble situations. So he's definitely a weapon. They've got a really good tailback behind him, and then they got some nice weapons outside and a tight end, and they always do a good job up front with their line. So their offense has been really good this year, and they're very complete, and he adds a scary element to their game.
You're coming off this game against Eastern Michigan, a complete game, as we talked about. I found it very encouraging, very interesting, listening to Eli Blakey in his press conference on Monday morning, in preparation for Ohio University, talked about the mobile quarterback and that sort of thing. He said basically the most important thing is for us to not get too high or too low, just do what we do. And that is that 1/11th mentality that we talk about all the time.
Yeah, and do it aggressively.
Yeah.
And again, that's what I think we've had a 1/11th mentality at times. That's been good, but Saturday it was aggressive. It wasn't just being 1/11th. I'm going to be 1/11th. I'm going to be really good. Eli was part of that charge on the back end. He had his best game, and he's played really good football for us. But he was all over the field, and he was everywhere he looked. He looked certain of himself. He looked confident. He looked, I'm coming to make the play, and he just kept doing it. And I thought our back end was that way. Obviously, offensive efficiency was way up. So we have to be 1/11th, but we have to be a confident 1/11th and aggressive 1/11th, and go play to win a game. And Saturday, we certainly, from the opening kickoff to last Brunson touchdown, our guys, every snap we were out there to win a game.
Yeah. Offensively, you take a look at that, and you see it in Keon Mosey. You see it in Jordan Brunson. Certainly, Brett had his best game overall. And as we talked after the game, not only in throwing the ball, I mean, you expect a quarterback to throw the ball and throw it well, but his management of the game on Saturday, as you talked about, was exceptional.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about the timing in our passing. What's the matter with the passing game? Like, our timing's off, and again, that's on all of us. So. We've been working on, not just last week. We've been trying to work on our timing since week one. And again, Brett missed a lot of time in the offseason. We got a bunch of new receivers. Part of it's that. Part of it's, some teams have disrupted our timing along the way. Some of it's, So we felt like closer to the second half of Toledo, we did a lot of good things throwing the ball, just timing-wise, you know. And then Saturday, we just carried over. We had a really good week, and it carried over, and we ran routes, and we threw. And when the guy was open, the ball was there, and the protection was there, and it was all clicking in. Yeah. And like we said, Brett looked like, you know, the vintage Brett that we've known for his whole career, other than coming back off this injury. And again, part of it is missing all the offseason, part of it's new guys, and part of it's competition. Part of it is on us to be a little crisper and a little better. And we're going to continue to work hard to keep getting better, because when the timing was good, it looked pretty good on Saturday.
On Saturday, Coach, I got to ask you, you had to have a pretty good smile on your face on those last two drives to see Keon Mosey running the football, running the clock, and this team doing what I know you love to do, and that is to be able to move the football late in the game and, you know, keep possession of the football.
Yeah, no, we had two huge drives, and defense is super appreciative. And then also, like we talked in the press conference, like defense going out there with a lead and getting ready to tee off at a quarterback and getting some sacks. And so there was a lot of great things in the fourth quarter. And like we said in the presser, if you play from in front, there's a lot of advantages to having leads, you know, and you can dictate the terms a little bit. But like you said, running the ball when you know you have to run it, and they know you have to run it, and using clock and getting that Dom field goal, and Dom making another huge kick for us. To any hope they had left when that ball goes through the uprights, it's pretty much over. So great way to finish out in the fourth quarter. Again, we try to talk all, you know, can we play aggressive for 60 minutes? We did that right down to the last Brunson touchdown.
Well, let's do it again this Saturday.
Sounds good, Big.
Head coach Chuck Martin, again, 3:30 is the kickoff time at Yeager Stadium. Parking lots will open up 5 hours before that. Make sure you get here early and enjoy all the fun around Yeager Stadium this Saturday on Family Weekend. Until Saturday at 2:30, when Terry and I are on the air with our E&H Ace Hardware Tailgate Show. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the RedHawks. Thanks for watching. Love and honor, everyone.